What's up, gamers? Today I was looking through GeoFacts. Obviously, just reacting. And he made a lot of stuff. Like, well, he made a video called I Simulated the America's Battle Royale. And today we're gonna react to it. We're back with look.
I simulated an America's Battle Royale where I put every nation on the continent against each other until only one remained. As always, nations will have the chance to start rebellions and form alliances at random points in the video. But now, countries will also be able to form unions with their neighbors. And let's just say the result was shocking. Alright, first we have a rebellion. I don't think that's really how this works. Alright, so we'll actually be starting with a war where Cuba will be attacking the United States. Okay, I see we're off to a great start already. You know, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the other way around, but you know, it is what it is. Let's see if they'll manage to take out the USA on the first round though. And unfortunately...
Okay, that was obvious. Cuba is so small. Hold on. If we go zoom in over here, Cuba is right here. I think... Is that good? I don't think Cuba's gonna win. Yeah, we saw Cuba lose. So that's gonna rebel. To do rebellion part. That is it. But yeah.
Let's see if they'll manage to take out the USA on the first round, though. And, unfortunately not. Yeah, I expected that. I mean, at least we're on to a realistic start. Right? I'm sure a certain American government agency is very happy about this. It took them 60 years, but the CIA finally got Cuba. All right, next it's going to be another war with the United States attacking. Shocker, America is invading nations. Who could have seen this coming? Haiti. Okay, this is literally just real life. Hello to the FBI agent that's currently watching me. I love the USA. Surely they won't win though, right?
Yeah.
Surely. Well, at least it's not like Vietnam. They will win. How are we only 2 rounds into this video and the USA is already conquering the Caribbean? Like, this is the most expectedly unexpected result.
I don't know.
America would be...
Like I said, I uploaded so many shorts already. And I'm making a video. I'm sorry, I just really was trying to have a lot of free time, so I decided to make a lot of so many videos and only like a few. It's not even an hour.
The one taking over everyone. A tradition as American as apple pie war. You know, honestly, I just feel bad for Haiti here. They just can never catch a break. But it looks like we'll be having our first rebellion. And would you look at that? Things are finally looking up for the great nation of Haiti. After a very short American occupation, the nation of Haiti has returned. I don't know why, but I feel like Haiti is going to be doing big things this round. Just a hunch. Next, it's a war between the French. Remember, France owns French Guiana, but also a few islands in the Caribbean, and this small little island near Canada. This should be interesting. And of course, the French attack the United Kingdom. There are 7 different nations on this wheel. They border 7 nations. But of course, they're gonna go after the British. If you're wondering, the British are here in the Falklands, and they also own a few islands in the Caribbean. Their border with France, I'm saying right here. I mean, no matter who wins this, the people of these countries all lose. Either way, you'll have to be living in France or the United Kingdom. And the French are out. To all the French people out there, congratulations, you're now British. This is quite literally the worst case scenario for France.
Yep.
Not only are they out,
The super worst case scenario. Okay, who was expecting that? Comment down below if you were expecting this. And if you weren't, like and subscribe.
Alright, time for a war between Grenada and Trinidad and Tobago. And they win it. Our first of many small Caribbean island nations is now eliminated. I swear, if one of these nations wins, I'm gonna lose my mind. Now it's St. Kitts and Nevis against Antigua and Barbuda. Back-to-back Lesser Antilles. They'll lose. I just have to know, is anyone watching this video from any of these countries in the Lesser Antilles? I don't think I've ever met someone from here. If you are, though, let me know in the comments. Now it looks like we're gonna have our first alliance between the Chileans and Peru. I think this is probably one of the first times that I've actually ever had an alliance that made sense. Because in most of these battle royales, the alliances are very nonsensical. So it's a nice change of pace to actually have a realistic alliance for once. You know, if this alliance will eventually come to encompass all of the Americas America's coastline. I definitely wouldn't put something like that past Chile. Next up, it's gonna be the Costa Rican.
Oops.
Fighting against the Nicaraguans, but unfortunately Costa Rica has lost. You know, I'm really curious to find out who will end up being guiding this region. It's kind of matched between both the continents, so it's pretty much anyone's game. And now it's time for the formation of
A union.
our first ever union, where we'll see Honduras uniting with Nicaragua. Okay, Central America is definitely cleaning up a little faster than I expected. If this keeps up, they could end up being our first formable nation of the region. But for now, say hello to the Nicaraguan Honduran Union. Next, it's Grenada again against Venezuela. I don't really see how this is going to work out here. Grenada, I think you're getting a little ahead of yourself here. There's a bit of a size difference between you two. Personally, I would have gone after the other Caribbean nations first before I went after Venezuela. But hey, this is a battle royale. Anything can happen. But realistically speaking, they shouldn't win here, right? Yeah, this was what I was expecting. Grenada flew a little too close to the sun. Really should have taken my advice. I think we're even 10 rounds in, and already almost half of the lesser Antilles nations are gone. That's not a good sign. But now we're having an alliance. You know, perhaps if one of these Caribbean nations formed an alliance, they'd have a better chance. But it looks like it's going to be Ecuador, though. And they'll be joining forces with Haiti. I told you guys. I told you Haiti's going to be doing big things. These last 200 years haven't been the kindest to Haiti, but it looks like things are finally starting to go their way. Now we'll have the newly formed union of Nicaragua Honduras against Guatemala. They are really trying to unite Central America here. They're not messing around. But in a surprising turn of events, the Nicaragua Honduran Union has lost.
Dang. That sucks.
Longer, but this does mean that Guatemala is only one nation away from uniting Central America. And by Central America, I'm referring to the United States of Central America. So Panama and Belize are excluded in this. So now all Guatemala needs is El Salvador, and it'll be a done deal. But if I know anything about these battle royales, it's probably going to take forever for these guys to actually have conflict with each other. We'll see, though. Next up, Peru. It appears that the Bond Alliance is going to be making their They are not around. They're going after Brazil. I mean, this does make sense, though. If they want to take over as much coastline as humanly possible, this is definitely the most optimal way to do it. And of course, because there are two members in this alliance, they'll have a slight advantage as well. And they pull it off, meaning all this prime Brazil coastline is now theirs.
Yeah.
Just like that, the power dynamic in South America has just been completely shaken up. I know conventional wisdom would suggest otherwise, but I feel like Bolivia and Paraguay are probably the safest nations right now. They are quite literally the only two nations on this map to not have any coastline. And I almost forgot to mention, but yes, Antarctica is on this map. I wanted to find a way to include them in one of these battle royales, and I thought this one would be the best one to do that. And yes, this does mean that there is a possibility that the mighty Penguin Empire could conquer all of the Americas. We'll just have to wait and see, though. Now we're going to see a conflict between Chile. Alright, the coastline conquerors are not messing around. They're on the prowl, and they will
Chile
be taking all the regions. And it
and
looks like they'll be going after
Antarctica.
another outstanding move by Chile. Just take a look at all of this coastline. This will be an interesting one. As expected, Chile won. Nothing can get between Chile and those beautiful sandy shores. And in one fell swoop, all of this coastline is part of Chile. Alright, real talk here. How are they actually going for the most optimal expansions every time? First it was Peru conquering their neighbor with the longest coastline, and next it's Chile literally taking over an entire continent's worth of coastline. Like, I know I said they weren't messing around, but they are actually not messing around. But anyways, it's time for our next
union.
Alright, so this one's gonna be between
Peru.
This is
Peru.
the most interesting union we could have gotten. The reason I say that is because both of these nations are in alliances. Ecuador is allied with Haiti, and of course we also have the two beach bosses, meaning that not only are Ecuador and Peru going to unite, these alliances are going to unite as well. So not only do we now have the union of Ecuador-Peru, we have the creation of a new alliance, the Maritime Maintainers. They're now one step closer in their goal of conquering all the continent's coastline. This is just the beginning. But next is a new alliance between the world-renowned nation of St. Lucia and Paraguay. It seems the mighty nation of St. Lucia has taken pity on Paraguay and has decided to help them out. I think this is both good and bad for Paraguay. It's good in the fact that they now have an alliance, meaning that they have less of a chance of being conquered, but it's also bad because of the fact they allied with someone who has a coastline. meaning they just put themselves directly in the line of fire of the seashore supervisors. The fact that they no longer have a coastline will no longer help them. Risky move, but we'll see how it plays out. Next conflict will be the United Kingdom versus Chile. This is the matchup of the century. Either Chile wins and continues their conquest of all the America's coastlines, or we could be seeing of the Neo-British Empire. Because if Chile loses, that would mean the United Kingdom is getting all of Antarctica, all of Chile, Ecuador, Peru, and Haiti. This will be the most decisive war yet. It's not looking very good for the British, though. I'll say that. 3 nations against 1. I really don't think they're gonna win. Let's see, though. Are you serious? There is no way. There is legitimately no way. That is insane. I need a minute. Give me a moment. You're telling me that the United Kingdom, 3 nations against them, 25% chance to win, and they won. Are you trying to tell me that the UK now
I
lost
can't
all
believe
of
that.
this in a single war? This is a new level of after all that, I was hyping them up. After all that hype of the coastline conquerors, the water warlords, the pure purveyors, they had an amazing couple rounds. They were conquering nations left and right. All of that led to the British reforming the empire. This is one of the most ridiculous series of events that I've experienced in any battle royale that I have ever done. And who would have thought? It all comes back to the British. I'm trying to tell myself that it's fine because they're most definitely going to get out. There's no way that they're actually going to win this. But if a European nation somehow wins the American battle royale, I'm not going to say what I want to say, but let's just say I won't have good things to say. And poor Haiti, man. They were doing so good. But then they just got wrapped up in Chile's mess. All right, another war. I still can't believe that. That's insane. All right, moving on. Looks like it's going to be Belize fighting Mexico. Belize, I don't think you're going to win, my man. It's just not going to happen. There is no way. I almost did forget there that whichever outcome makes the least sense is always the most probable.
So I guess Belize is going to take over.
I'm always holding out hope that perhaps maybe one day we'll have like a realistic battle royale. But I guess that's a little too much to ask, right? Anyways, say hello to Belizean Mexico. Love the sound of that. Now it's Argentina against Bolivia. You know, after all of the last few rounds, this is actually fine. Bolivia versus Argentina, I can see that. Would you look at that? Argentina wins. This makes sense. I think my sanity is partially restored now. Just a little bit. Those last few rounds kind of pushed me off the deep end a little bit, but this is a nice equalizer. You know, I don't know why, but something's telling me we're finally turning a new leaf. No crazy British shenanigans, no Belizean Mexicos, no more. Just a normal battle royale. Surely. All right, another union. It's going to be between Argentina. Okay, they could maybe unite with Uruguay. That would make sense. No. Oh my god. And just like that, my sanity has once again been destroyed. Of course, the British-Argentinian Union. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Because of course, like, if the British united with, like, I don't know, Canada or something, that would have made no sense, right? That would have been too unrealistic. You know what? Such is life. As always, expect the unexpected. Next up, a war between the Bahamas.
Wait,
of course,
we
like, if
could
the British
alliance
united
or
with, like,
union?
and just like that. Surely. All right, another union. It's going to be between Argentina.
A union.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Next up, a war between the Bahamas and the United States. America, do not fail me here. I need any win I can take. My country wouldn't let me down. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm a proud American. I told you, I knew my country wouldn't let me down. When I needed it the most, the USA pulled through. God, I love this country. Next up, Belize against the United States. I'm noticing a bit of a pattern here. When the USA goes after someone, it usually comes in pairs. At the beginning of the video, they fought Cuba and Haiti, and now they just fought the Bahamas, and next will be Belize. I said this once, and I said this again. My country wouldn't let me down. In the name of George Washington, in the name of Abraham Lincoln, the USA will win this fight. Mark my words. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I knew our founding fathers couldn't let us down. I'm gonna be real, that spin was slightly too close for comfort, but it doesn't matter. Win is a win. Never have I had more faith in the Constitution than I do today. And it looks like the southern border has finally been secured, because now there is no southern border. A tale as old as time, America and meddling in the affairs of Latin American countries. I expect nothing less. Next will be Jamaica against the United States. All All right, America. I think we can calm down a little bit here. I think 2 nations in a row I think that's all right. I don't think we need to go for a third. Let's not push our luck here. Never mind. Maybe we should push our luck here because Jamaica lost. America, you are very lucky. But one of these times, though, invading this many nations is going to come back to bite you. Okay, it's time for a union between Canada and Greenland. I think that's a pretty smart move, Canada. It definitely seems like they were a little threatened by America's expansionism, so them forming a union with Greenland seems like a pretty smart idea. Though this may have a drawback, because if the USA fights and wins against this new union, that means they will be able to form the North American Union. Instead of having to fight both Greenland and Canada, now they only need to fight one. But at the same time, this could be the opposite as well. This new union could beat the USA and they could form the North American Union. We'll see. Alright, an alliance. We haven't had one of those in a minute. It's going to be an alliance between the Netherlands, which are right here, and Uruguay. That is definitely a unique one. Like, this is strange, but not like a ridiculous level of strange. And now over half of the nations are already out, though it honestly looks like there's a lot less than half. Alright, now, the United States. No way. You're telling me the USA is attacking another nation? Unbelievable. Oh, no, not the poor Dominican Republic. What did they do? I have a feeling that the USA is actually going to lose this one. I don't know why, I just have a hunch. Yeah, never mind. You know, I can say the USA's luck is running out all I want, but that 800 billion defense budget says otherwise. Now a rebellion. There have been a surprisingly little amount of rebellion so far in this Royale. So I'm very interested to find out who comes back. The United Kingdom. That's right, the United Kingdom. Yes, they are not out, but what this does mean is this. Guys, Argentina and the UK are getting a divorce. And unfortunately, the UK did not sign a prenup. So Argentina will be taking half the land. The continent of South America is now a broken home. How's that? But though one union was lost, it's now replaced by another. And that will be the Netherlands and the United Kingdom. The UK moved on from Argentina real fast. I'm sure the UK has found their true soulmate in the Netherlands. But I'm not too sure what the British think about their new Uruguayan in-laws, though. I'm sensing a lot of tension on this continent. But now it's time for a rebellion. Little did we know, Argentina was actually pregnant with the United Kingdom's child, leaving Argentina a single mother. UK, how could you? This entire continent's just turned into a telenovela. Next, it's Bolivia versus the newly formed union of the UK and the Netherlands. I'm sensing a little bit of resentment between these two. Bolivia was abandoned and now is getting revenge, but it seems that they lost. It was a grueling legal battle, but at the end, the UK did win custody. What a dramatic conclusion. Now it's a war between Barbados, challenging the mighty St. Lucia. What hubris you have, Barbados, daring to challenge St. Lucia. This will not end well for you. Impossible. Barbados has usurped the throne for the title of mightiest of the Lesser Antilles. It seems that Paraguay was the real fool to ally with St. Lucia. But fret not, Paraguay, you're now under good hands. The mighty Empire of Barbados will take good care of you. Next will be a union between Suriname and the United Kingdom and the Netherlands. I guess they have like an open relationship going on here. You know, out of all the things I expected to happen in this battle royale, polygamy was definitely not on the list. I guess there's a first time for everything. Next war will be the United States against Guatemala. And of course, USA wins. When I said it was gonna take a while for Central America to unite, this is what I was talking about. It seems it's now up to El Salvador to finish what Guatemala started. Alright, next, Dominica. And since they only have a single neighbor, it's gonna be against the United Kingdom. I'm not expecting much from this. And they lose. And there goes another island in the Lesser Antilles. Okay, a rebellion. A rebellion from Antarctica. The Penguin Empire is back.
Penguin Empire.
Their time, waiting for their moment to finally strike back against the British. I'm very interested to see how they'll impact the rest of the battle royale. Next up, Panama versus the United States. First, they took back the Panama Canal, and now they have their eyes set on the rest of America. And Panama has done it. Panama was the last line of defense before America reached South America, and they succeeded in that defense. Say hello to the great empire of Panama. Though America is out, knowing them, I wouldn't be surprised if they came back. Next, Barbados versus St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But it's an unfortunate loss. This means that St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be taking over Barbados and Paraguay. Yeah, that seems about right. This means that there's now only two Lesser Antillean nations left, Antigua and Barbuda and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now it's going to be an alliance between the Venezuelans and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now this is an alliance I can get behind. They're literally right next to each other. And finally we have someone who can fight on equal footing with the British alliance. Now it's a rebellion from the Netherlands. Apparently it's just impossible for the UK to maintain a union. I mean, if I was forced to be in the same nation as the United Kingdom, I'd probably want to find a way out as well. Next up, an alliance with the Netherlands allied with the Netherlands. I'm gonna re-roll that one. Okay, they're allied with Venezuela. So the Netherlands leaves the British and instantly allies with Venezuela. And since St. Vincent and the Grenadines is part of this alliance as well, it's a three-nation alliance. I can sense that a coalition is forming. Now it's a war where Guyana will be attacking someone. And let's just say they're in a very unfortunate position because both of their neighbors are in alliances. They're choosing to go after Venezuela though. With a 75% chance of losing, it's just not looking good for them. Alright, that was kind of close, but they still lost. And there goes the last of the Guyanas. Now we'll see the Netherlands versus Antigua and Barbuda. Same situation as Guyana, it's not looking good for them. Wait a second. So Antigua and Barbuda just took out all of this alliance. Realistically, the alliances should be winning right now. But every single time, despite the odds, the alliances almost always lose to just some random nation without one. I guess we know who's the best of the Lesser Antilles now. With St. Vincent and the Grenadines now gone, Antigua and Barbuda is now the greatest of the Lesser Antilles. Though it was an indirect victory against St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it was a victory nonetheless. And with map development, we're now in the final stretch of the Royale. And as one alliance falls, another rises between Panama and El Salvador. So this essentially means that it's pretty much impossible for the United Provinces of Central America to form. You know, maybe the real Central. One alliance falls, another rises between Panama and El Salvador. So this essentially means that it's pretty much impossible for the United Provinces of Central America to form. You know, maybe the real Central America were the friends we made along the way. Alright, the next war will be El Salvador. Well, since they just allied, they can't really attack them anymore. You're just a little too late, El Salvador. Though I kind of want to see what would have happened if they didn't ally. Wow. El Salvador literally would have won. So if El Salvador didn't ally with Panama last round, they literally would have been able to form Central America. That is wild. Alright, so the war will actually be between Uruguay and Argentina, since that's the only nation they border that they're not allied with. Wow. And Uruguay loses. Now, Uruguay losing wouldn't be a big thing if they weren't also allied with the British. This now means that Argentina has taken their revenge from being in a union together to now conquering them. This has been by far the most convoluted relationship between two countries that I've ever had in any battle royale. First they formed a union, then they separated, which the British then took, and it's finally ended with Argentina taking over the British. South America is now finally back in South American hands, and the British have gone back to their island in Europe. Next up, Antarctica, and they'll be fighting against Argentina. And it looks like Antarctica has lost. Argentina's kind of on a roll right now. It's taking out the British and now Antarctica. Next, Antigua and Barbuda and Colombia. And it looks like Antigua and Barbuda will win. So Colombia has done absolutely nothing this entire battle royale, and now they're out. This means we're down to our final 5 nations. The union between Canada and Greenland, Panama, El Salvador, Antigua and Barbuda, and Argentina. Make your bets now because we're entering into the finale. The next war will be Panama versus the Canada-Greenland alliance. Finally, we can get a formable nation. No matter who wins there, the North American Federation will be formed. And it looks like Canada will be the one to do it. In one fell swoop, Canada takes out both Panama and El Salvador. And as we enter the final few rounds, we at last have our first formable nation of the Royale, the North American Federation. The only 3 nations left now are them, Antigua and Barbuda, and Argentina. And here we have our second to last war. It'll be the North American Federation against Antigua and Barbuda. And Antigua and Barbuda wins. Mighty North American Federation.
I'm so frustrated.
But nevertheless, this means we're down to our final 2 nations. Americans. But before our conclusion, we have a last-minute rebellion. Who could possibly be returning? No way. Haiti has come back, and at the very end, Haiti has returned. They've been out for pretty much the entire Royale, but in the final minute, they've made their return. Whether they can win or not, that's a different question. A question that we will answer right now. Seems that we're gonna have a war between Argentina and Antigua and Barbuda. And Argentina has taken them down. And once
Dang.
again, we are down to
Ooh,
two
imagine-
nations.
imagine
Argentina
Haiti
and
wins.
Haiti. And we do
Oh,
have
Haiti,
a war,
right?
meaning this is the end. And Haiti will be our final attacker. Will Argentina finally be able to finish the job after their desperate struggle, or will we see Haiti's luck finally turn around? Let's find out who will be our victor. In 3, 2, 1.
No way. No way.
Insane. Haiti has won after 200 years. 200 years of pain and struggle and strife as a nation. Haiti, after all this time, their luck has finally turned around and they have conquered all of the Americas. Let it be known, on this day, we have witnessed the birth of the great Haitian Empire, making Haiti our victor. Anyways, I had a lot of fun making this video, and I really hope you guys
Don't like it. Subscribe. Geofax again. Oh, wait, link in the description.